Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So, today we got the small account challenge, all right? Now, let me keep it real with y'all. This week, I barely gave this small account challenge any attention. Reason being is because I said I'm gonna chill on this account this week because obviously we had FOMC, right? When we have data, so we had this is a big event and it was taking place in the beginning of the week, right? Okay, so leading up to that, what usually happens is we'll either chop around or weird stuff will happen. Okay, weird stuff will happen in the market. So because that, I did not want to uh, put myself in a situation that I was just gonna get faked out and just give the market money, right? Like I know that it's like, oh, you should show up every day. No, listen. You gotta understand with whatever your account size is, you gotta know what it could withstand, right? I knew that this account size is not gonna be able to withstand what this week's price action was showing us, right? That's how you get cooked, right? So I said I'm gonna chill at least until Wednesday or Thursday, right? At least I'm not taking no trades in this small account because if I take one or two L's, right? Then that could be a potentially 50% of the account. And then I got to build it back up. And that's just exhausting, right? So I said, I'm going to chill. So then what happened was Wednesday went by and then Thursday went by and I saw a setup that I've been eyeing, right? So ended up getting into SoFi calls. We're going to go over it, right? But I'm just giving you guys a little recap, right? Got into SoFi calls, hit them for like 10%. That was it, right? Now, it's no secret that yesterday the market went absolutely insane, right? So in the Discord, we got busy, right? All the call outs that we had throughout this whole week, we've been eating in Discord, right? And if you guys are in the Discord, you already know we smacked IWM up and down, AMD, who else? I think Applied. Just it was so many good setups, and then capped it off on yesterday on Friday. We hit who we hit Oracle to the downside, got in some hood puts as well, right? Google on FOMC day. So we got busy, but the small account is so much easier when you got a bigger account. It's easier to recoup losses if you take losses because you have more money to work with, right? But when you have a smaller amount of money to work with, sometimes you gotta know when to sit it out, all right? And this goes back to discipline and patience that we all know is important when it comes to being successful at trading, okay? So I just wanted to break that down. This week was absolutely insane. Now, when it comes to the market, what I'm thinking is when I'm looking at the weekly time frame and the daily time frame, because we just had a massive sell-off, I'm thinking that depending on where we close out on certain stocks, it's looking like we could come down on a weekly, but on a daily time frame, we came right down to some areas where we could be bouncing, right? So I would not be surprised if we gapped up on Monday, right? I would not be surprised. Or I would not be surprised if we came down on Monday and then we reversed and we went up. I would not be surprised, right? I do think that chip stocks are getting ready to come down some more though. Just because I'm seeing some weakness and with a lot of the ETFs and things like that. So I do think chip stocks are going to be coming down, but we have to be mindful as well that December is historically a bullish month, right? And so we had some bullishness throughout the month, right? But leading up to this last 2 weeks of the month, I'm not going to rule out a crazy rally to finish out the year, right? Just keep that in mind. I'm not going to rule it out. So I know that we had a crazy day on Friday. Everything just came down. And I know a lot of people lost money, right? And if you did, you got to shake it off. I remember days like this just yesterday. I would get cooked. Okay? But we wise up, we get wiser, and when you know better, you do better. Right? So those are just some things to think about, right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull this account up right here. And then I'm gonna break this down for you. I'm gonna break the actual trade down for you too. Y'all know how we get down. All right. So, all right. So right here, the account is at 571. Right. We made what was it on SoFi? Right. I put $100 in that contract, and then let's see how much we made on it. 103 and 111. So $8. Right. That was like 7.5%. Okay. So when we go back here, right, we got 571, right? So like I say, we hit SoFi for $8. It's not a lot, but when I show you guys the actual trade, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, right? So in this trade, we was down bad, right? As you can see, this shows, right? We was up here, 563. And then when I took that trade, and then look what happened. It came all the way down to 528. I was down $28 in that trade. So I was down about 30%, okay? And then it came up and it recovered, and then we ended that trade in a profit. Now, when we look at this right here, okay, this SoFi, I got in, paid 103, right? Got in on Thursday, right before the market closed, and then we got out later on in the day on Friday, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the charts, and then when we go to the charts, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what happened in this trade, okay? And this is also why you wanna make sure that you don't panic, okay? And you wanna know also like how much time you gonna need on your contract and what's the expected move, right? So I just made a video yesterday about your expiration dates. So with this SoFi trade that I just took, I got the January 2nd expirations, right? Got the January 2nd expirations. The reason why I got January 2nd and not next week's is because I was anticipating the Santa rally. I was also anticipating a strong Friday close as well. I was not expecting that sell-off, right? I do think that it was a little bit of manipulation that caused it, and I think that yesterday could have been a liquidity sweep, if you will, right? I personally, that's what I'm thinking is happening for a couple of reasons. So with that being said, let's go to the charts and let me break this trade down for you. This SoFi trade down that we hit, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, so. All right, so as you can see, this is APLD. Let's go to SoFi. Okay, so here's what happened, right? So on Wednesday, we had a 3-bar. This was after FOMC, right? This was after FOMC. So this was the how the candle closed on Wednesday, okay? So we were on a bullish 3-bar, a bullish 3-bar. So I said, okay, let me see what happens the next day. If we go 2 up, I'm gonna enter it in right here, right? But what happened? We had a 1 candle, right? We had a 1 candle right here. So I said, okay, I'm going to enter in before we trigger, right? I'm gonna enter in before we trigger right here. So at the end of the day, I took an entry. Now, where was my entry at? My entry was right. My entry was right here. Okay. It was right here. So I took entry on this trade. Oh, no. I'm sorry, y'all. This is Thursday. So my entry was right here on this candle right here. Okay. At the time, it was on the 3-bar. So this is Thursday. At the time, it was on the 3-bar. Right? See how it's a 3-bar right here? It was on a bullish 3-bar, and we were getting ready to close, right, for the day. So I was like, this looks like a strong close here, right, on a 1 candle on a daily. So let me take this entry. And what was I doing? I was anticipating a 3-1-2 up candle, and I was going to exit. I was going to exit once we hit 2768 or when we got up to this fair value gap right here, right? So on this candle on Thursday, right, that is when I took entry. That's when I took entry right here, right? Last 30-minute candle of the day. It was going up, going into closing, and then it came down a little bit, right? Now we opened up and look what happened. Oh my goodness, right? Bearish 3-bar. And then what happened? We came all the way down right here, right? We came all the way down to 2620. It was getting ugly. Now at this time, right, when this was happening, I was in some Oracle puts and some Hood puts, right? Trading. So I was like, all right, I see that we selling off. Let me see what happens today, right? Because we were on this 3-1 right here. So you got to think, right? We had a bullish 3 candle right here. And then we had a 1 candle, a bullish 1 candle. We gapped down, right? So we had gap down. So we closed up here on Wednesday. On Thursday, we gapped down and we opened here. And then to still end on a bullish 1 candle after we gapped down and we had a bullish 3 candle, I was like, this is bullish right here. There's no way that this is going to come down, especially after we already gapped down and we came up and we came down again and we bounced up, right? So this is real, like a real bullish indicator right here. So I was very comfortable taking this entry, right? I got, like I said, a January 2nd expirations. Now, right, now we go back to the 30-minute. And so today, like I say, we sold off. So I stayed in the trade because I said the expiration date is January 2nd. We have some time, right? This ain't today's expiration. So we had some time. We're not going to panic because of a 2-hour window here when we got 3 weeks, right? So I said I was going to wait it out and see what happens. Okay. And then I wasn't even paying attention to my account at the time, right? I was out, right, running some errands and stuff like that. And then one of my homeboys texted me. He said, "You see SoFi?" So I was like, let me look. They fully recovered, right? They fully recovered. So at the time, SoFi was like up here, right? I was like, oh, okay, they recovered. So I was back at break even, okay? And then they made a nice little run right here. And then what did I do? I said, okay, I'm up like 8%, something like that. I said, let me take this exit right here and let me take these profits. Okay? Let me take these profits. And then next week, I'm gonna reassess what I'm gonna take entry in, right? I'm gonna reassess what I'm gonna take entry in, right? So I got in right here, right? I got in right here, okay? And then I got out right here the next day. Now, if we would have got next week's contracts, this probably would have been about 15 to 18%, right? But I didn't want to get next week's contracts because I felt like that was a little bit too close, right? I wanted to give it a little bit more time to breathe because SoFi is a smaller stock. These stocks, sometimes they take a little bit longer to move, all right? So with smaller stocks, I gave it a little bit more time, right? So enter right there, exit it right there, okay? Now, is that a lot of money? Absolutely not, okay? But what is it? It is a win. It is a green trade, right? We didn't lose money, right? That's what I want you guys to focus on. We didn't lose money, okay? And you have to be willing to lose money. It's like a catch-22, right? Because I want you guys to think about this. You have to be willing to lose money, but when you don't lose money and you win, even if it's a little small win, you're on the way to the upside. You see what I'm saying? So I put that $103 into that trade, right? It was down like 20%. I was willing to lose a little bit more, right? So that I could gain more than the $103 that I put in the trade. Not every trade is going to be picture perfect and you take entry and then it goes up to 100%, right? If I would have had a 10% stop loss, I would have gotten stopped out of that trade. And then what would have happened? I would have lost unnecessary money. This is also why I say I don't use stop loss. This is a perfect example of why I don't use stop losses. I'm smart enough now to manage my trades and not over leverage. And even if I would have lost the whole $103, we wouldn't be too far away from where the account is at right now anyway, right? So I was okay putting up $100 when the account is at 560. I'm fine with that, right? So this is how I like to approach it, but it's all about the psychology, right? Because a lot of times, I say this all the time, if you could break even long enough, you can get rich. Because if you can just stay in the game, right? If you can just stay in the game, you will be in a position where you can get rich, right? As long as you don't lose the money, you'll have money to leverage so you can make the money. And every trader has that one trade that puts them on the map, right? That blows up their account. It's always that one trade, right? That gives them that cash injection. So you just stay consistent long enough, and then you're gonna have that moment where your account grows. You make $1,000, your first $1,000, you make $5K or you make $20K, right? You have a $40K month, a $50K month, right? A $10K week. And then once that happens, that's when you realize the power of the consistency. Because if you would have blown your account before that, you would never be in the position to get that and have that trade work out in the manner that it did, right? So listen, y'all, I want you to stay on this journey with me. I told you I was going to commit to this. I'm committed to it. I said no matter what happens, no matter how dumb I may look, right? No matter what happens, I'm going to do this and I'm going to go on this journey for 52 weeks. That is 1 year. I don't care what happens. I don't care if it goes to 2 pennies. I got to make a video about what happened, right? Because I want you guys to be able to learn from this journey over time. All right? So I hope that video helped, okay? Tomorrow is Sunday. We're going to get ready for the market tomorrow. All right? And then you already know on Monday, we got a whole week to be able to change our life. All right? So listen, y'all, like I always say, make sure you get about your head. Go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? I appreciate y'all time. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm going to catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Y'all stay smooth. Peace.